Feel, just feel, the warm ray of sun on your skin, the confident weight of the earth beneath your feet after a long walk, the firm handshake of a friend. These sensations are the anchors of our world. They tell us, you are here. You are real. Everything around you is real. This beautiful, fundamental feeling is the starting point for any story. And for ours as well. We trust this feeling of solidity. We build our homes, our cities, and our entire lives upon it. But what if I told you that this isn't the whole story? That this is merely the surface layer of reality, its first, simplest, and most understandable note in an infinite symphony? What if, behind this familiar solidity, there lies something so vast and incomprehensible that our minds have chosen to ignore it for centuries? Let's not deny anything. Let's simply, with the curiosity of an explorer, look a little deeper, straight through the surface. We were taught that everything is made of atoms, and that's true. But the way we imagine them, that is the very veil that hides the miracle from us. Let's conduct a thought experiment. Let's take a single atom from the tip of your finger and enlarge it to the size of an immense cathedral, one so vast that its spire is lost in the clouds, and its walls are so wide that an echo wanders between them. You're standing at the threshold of this cathedral. Inside, there is a cool, ringing silence. In the very, very center on the altar lies a single grain of sand. This is the nucleus of your atom. All of its mass, all of its weight is in this tiny point. And now, raise your eyes to the dome. There, under the high vaults, barely visible sparks of light are slowly circling, like distant stars or dust motes in a beam of the setting sun. These are its electrons, and that is all there is to matter. All the rest of the space in this majestic cathedral, from floor to ceiling, from wall to wall, is filled only with silence. Not emptiness, but a living, resonant silence. A space that is waiting to be heard. You, me, this world, we are woven from such cathedrals. You are not a monolith. You are an architecture of resonance and light. And here, we touch upon the greatest secret. This emptiness inside and around us. It is wrong to call it emptiness. That word lies. It describes an absence. But we are speaking of a presence. This is not a vacuum. It is an ocean of pure energy, of pure potential, the cradle in which absolutely everything is born and dissolves. Every star, every thought, every blade of grass is just a temporary wave on the surface of this ocean. Its breath gives rise to what scientists call quantum fluctuations. Imagine the surface of dark, calm water on a moonlit night, and across it, a light ripple constantly runs. Tiny sparks of light appear from nowhere and instantly vanish. This is the very fabric of reality. Alive, breathing, forever creating itself. We do not see this. Our coarse senses, tuned for survival, perceive only the crests of the largest waves, calling them matter. We have learned to swim beautifully on the surface, but we have completely forgotten about the infinite depths beneath us. This is why your touch on a cup is not the collision of two stones. It is the meeting of two waves in this single ocean. Their fields enter into a dialogue, creating what you call the feeling of solidity. It is not a barrier. It is communication. And this knowledge doesn't change the world. It changes you. It shifts your point of support. From a being who lives in the world, you transform into a being from which the world manifests. You are not just a body. You are a point of awareness in this ocean of energy. A local center, capable of turning potential into experience through your attention. You know this on an intuitive level. Remember how the atmosphere in a room changes when a happy, calm person enters, or conversely, someone irritated and anxious. They don't say a word, but the space around them begins to vibrate differently. We call this energy or vibe, not realizing how literal that definition is. A person doesn't radiate energy. A person is energy, temporarily sounding at a certain note. Our attention is a tuning fork. Wherever we direct it, that part of reality begins to sound louder. By directing it to fear and lack, we amplify these vibrations, and the ocean obediently forms an experience for us that confirms our expectations. But by directing it to gratitude, to the quiet beauty of the moment, to a feeling of connection, we tune into different music. The music that has always been playing in the depths, but was drowned out by the noise of the surface waves. Therefore, at the end of this conversation, I will not ask you to do anything. I will invite you to simply be. When these words fade, do not rush. Remain in the silence for a moment. Look at your hand and try to feel not its density. Try to sense the light, barely perceptible vibration in your fingertips, the warmth that comes from within. Realize that right now, trillions of ringing cathedrals inside you are in perfect harmony. Feel the air touch your skin, and imagine that these are not two different objects. It is the same energy, just vibrating at slightly different frequencies. The ocean is touching its own wave. You don't need to break through to anywhere. You don't need to achieve anything. You only need to remember. Remember that you're not just a wave. You are the entire ocean, experiencing itself at this point. And in this silence, in this feeling, is the truest touch.